Ever since Exp Realty has come out with co-sponsorship, which is a complete game changer, so different from any other brokerage that has a somewhat similar model, EXP's co-sponsorship is the best out of all the other brokerages right now, and this video explains it in the most simplistic way possible. I couldn't do it better than the VP of Growth for EXP, so I will be including his words, but in this video, you're going to have the following questions answered. What is co-sponsorship at EXP? What is going to be the difference between naming someone as a primary sponsor and a co-sponsor? And how do both of them benefit more than any other brokerage? Therefore, because they benefit more than any other brokerage, how much more will they be incentivized in my business to see me succeed? Or AKA you. I have been co-sponsoring and being the primary sponsor with a bunch of people at this time, and it is so good. I don't know if you followed me for long, but I used to say I only specialize in helping agents go from $100,000 if they're already making $100K. I help them get to $200K. Of course, no income claims, no promises, no guarantees, because I don't know you. But I personally have helped myself do it. I have the checklist, and that's what I've been doing for the last couple of years over that. But now with co-sponsorship, you as someone who is looking to join Exp Realty does not need to just name one person. You get access to two people. If you have any questions at all, if you're a broker owner wanting to move your brokerage over, if you're a team leader, if you are a solo agent, or like what I just had a call with yesterday was a 50-50 team. Two females working together, they want to move over and make more money and think about retirement into EXP. Whatever your situation is, I want to talk to you. I want to answer your questions. And if you have very, very specific questions related to your brokerage, your team that you've already created, let me know because I will schedule a three-way call. You, me, and someone on EXP staff that will help you understand this personally, specifically tailored to your circumstances. The only way to get a hold of me is either on Instagram, Allie the Agent, but mainly it's to book a call with the link below. That is the best way to guarantee a spot on my schedule. With that, I'll have Russ take it from here.
Hi there, Russ Lagan, VP of Growth for EXP. Here's how co-sponsor goes. Steve decides he wants to join the brokerage, and he really likes Michael. Michael and him go way back. He loves Michael, but man, Olive's got some amazing stuff that she's doing that Steve would like to learn. So in a typical co-sponsor scenario, you'll have a 50-50 split. Each one of them gets half of the revenue, right? Or in one of the other brands, you got a 45% split, 45% split, and then 10% goes to the company. Not that those are bad, but EXP looks at that kind of stuff and says, hey, we can next level this. Watch this, y'all. So here's what happens with Steve. Steve comes in with that same scenario, and it could be, I want to work with somebody else because they've got cool stuff, or I want to work with somebody else that's local. This gives you the opportunity to partner with anybody in the whole company as long as they're not within your own immediate 7 levels. So that means pretty much everybody is fair game. So with this being said, Steve says, I want to hang out with Michael. I really like that guy. He's going to name Michael as sponsor. He's going to name Olive as co-sponsor. So what happens now is Olive takes up what would have been the level 1 position. So that rev share doesn't really change. No more dollars are going out, no more dollars are going in. It's the exact same thing. So it makes it so this is sustainable and doesn't break our rev share model or change it. Nothing changes in the dollars going out. So what happens with Steve is when Steve does a transaction, Michael gets paid rev share as if Steve is on his level 2, which is great because now Michael's going to get paid at 20% since Steve is on his level 2. And the revenue share is going to flow up above the sponsor like it always does in the past. In this one, the scenario with Olive will get paid rev share, which is pretty cool. And then the revenue share stops, does not flow up her revenue share organization also. So with that being said, here's the fun part. Steve has a closing, Olive wins, and Michael wins, which is pretty cool. And Michael's organization gets the rev share just like in the past. A couple of additional things is revenue share goes to Michael. Michael also gets a stock grant being the sponsor, just like we do now. He's going to get the FLQA credit. So when Steven does a sale, it gives him the ability to open levels by getting the FLQA credit for productive agents. And he also will get paid on levels 2 through 7. You may say, Russ, why 2 through 7? Well, Olive is over here. She's getting 1. He's going to get paid on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So if somebody pops in down here on level 8, he doesn't get paid, just like it is now. The cool part is Olive now, she's going to get rev share, which is pretty cool. And she's going to get revenue share on levels 1 through 7. So if Steve brings in Joe, Jane, Jack, and so forth as they grow down, she's going to get paid on level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 in her organization, which is pretty cool. The other thing is she's going to get the bonus fast start program for 50%. So you get revenue share 50% in year one. So Steve is closing deals. You get 50% of the rev share for year one. So with that being said, here's what happens. Olive wins, Michael wins, Steve wins. He gets the support. He gets to hang out with the people he wants to. He gets the knowledge base, he gets the experience, and he gets to work with both organizations to be able to take his business to the next level. That's what it looks like to 2.0. Next level.
If you've been doing research, when you do the numbers and you're comparing this model compared to any others, you'll see the benefit of what you're going to have with this compared to anywhere else. Whether you name me as a primary sponsor or a co-sponsor, I will get 100%. Unlike at other brokerages where it's diluted, they get 50%. Another thing about revenue share is you make the most on level 7. If everyone, I think in my own opinion, if everyone made the most on level 1, then everyone would be fighting. It's not like that. Like I've done with so many people in the last just 2 weeks alone. If you want to know exactly what my upline offers, we are all icon agents. We are all still in the trenches. We're all still in the business. Then book a call with me. The link is below. But overall, for some background, in case you don't know, I have closed over 150 homes in my 4 years of being an agent. I used to be active duty Air Force. I did that for 10 years. I was a special agent and a negotiator working felony level crimes. I take my negotiation skills and now I do that as a real estate agent. My sponsor, Shelby Johnson, she is a major investor in real estate. She used to own at one point 74 Airbnbs. 74. She's a checklist queen. She is a wordsmith queen, and she hosts open trainings every single Thursday. So reach out if you want an in and a sneak peek of what we're like. She's in Lexington, Kentucky. Her sponsor, Ruben Garcia, was the mentor of the year for all of Exp Realty, which is a brokerage of almost 90,000 agents. He was the #1 mentor of the year for 2024, because we're not done yet, we're 2025. He used to be the CEO of a Keller Williams in Fayetteville, North Carolina. That's where he still is, but he's a productivity coach. And if you've seen any of my other testimonials from other agents, he's helped me make $250,000 my first couple of years. He's now helping me get from $250,000 to $500,000. And he's helped so many other agents. He has trainings and tests, like homework to help you and your team and anybody that you bring in. His sponsor, her name is Micah Mruwat. She is a senior partner with EXP. Out of the 90,000 agents, almost, that we have, she's agent number 333. She focuses on agent attraction and also investing. She's run a team before, previously out of Oklahoma. She's also an investor. She lives in Puerto Rico. She will help cold call for you. So everyone in your upline, if you choose to name me as a primary sponsor, you're gonna have access to everyone. And when I say access, I mean literal access. Text them, say, hey, I want to book a one-on-one with you. Some other people say, hey, yeah, you'll have access to me, but it's access to a Google Drive, which I also have, but it's not just the Google Drive. I meet one-on-one to anybody in my upline that you want to focus on. For example, if you want to do agent attraction, I want to schedule a 3-way call. You, me, and Micah. So that way Micah can talk to you and you can get a vibe and see can I learn from her? I can see the accessibility. Is this who I want as, someone in my upline? Or if you want help with just production, you want to join EXP and just do sales, then I want to connect you to Ruben or Shelby. However, if my resources are the only resources that you're looking for because you found someone else who you want to utilize their upline, as long as you actually have access, please trust but verify that you'll actually have access to their upline and you've been able to schedule a 3-way call. If you want to use someone else's upline, name them as a primary, totally fine. I want the best for you. There, you can name me as a co-sponsor and get access to everything of what I offer. The checklist on how to make $200,000 your first year, which is called 200K GCI Playbook. My real estate Bible, over 200 pages of everything I know about real estate sales. Everything of what I know. Open house playbook, social media, 90-day content bootcamp, one-on-ones with me, YouTube series, a private onboarding for YouTube. So if that's all you're looking for, then perfect. Name me as a co-sponsor. You will not have access to my upline, but that's okay because you want access to someone else's upline. Whatever works for you. I'm not offended. If you want to talk about this further and tailor this to your specific situation, book a call with the link below. I will see you there.